Hello everyone. Today I'm going to discuss functions. So let's start with an activity. Suppose we have two sets. First set is X and another is Y. Now here X is the set of courses taken by a student and Y is the set of grades. Now let's say here we have some courses, 5 grades A, B, C, D, E. Now suppose the student has earned grade B in maths, grade C in science, grade A in English, D in Hindi and E in social. So here we can say that we are assigning grades earned by a student to the course in which that grade is earned. So we can say that we are defining a function f from set X to set Y. So this is a mapping of a course to its grade. Formally, we can represent a function as containing two sets A and B, and f is a function that is defined from set A to set B. Now here let's suppose there is an element A in set A. Now when we apply function f on A, we get an element B of set B such that f of A is equal to B. Now here one important point to note is, like in the previous example, we have various courses, maths, science, and these were the different grades. Now here it is possible if I say that a student scored grade B in maths and grade B in English. Let's say other grades are this. So this situation is possible. A student may have same grade in more than one courses. But I cannot say that a student has earned grade A and grade B in maths. This situation is not admissible. Well, two elements from set A may be assigned to same element in set B, but an element of set A can never be assigned to two elements of set B. This is not a function. Now, let A and B be non-empty sets. Then a function f from A to B is an assignment of exactly one element of set B to each element of set A. We write f of A is equal to B if B is the unique element of set B assigned by function f to the element A of set A. If f is a function from A to B, then we write f as this. So this is the formal definition of a function. If f is a function from A to B, we say that A is the domain of f and B is the codomain of f. Then if f of A is equal to B, then we say that element B is the image of element A and A is a pre-image of element B. The range or image of function f is the set of all images of elements of A. Also, if f is a function from A to B, we say that f maps A to B. Now, for example, we have a function f defined from set A to set B. Now this is function f from set A to set B. Now f of A is 2, f of B is 1, f of C is 2, f of D is 3. Now here domain of f will be this first set. So we can say that domain of f is set A, or we can also say that domain of f is this A, B, C, D. Similarly, codomain of function f is set B. So this is the codomain. Or similarly, we can write codomain is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now range of function f, or we can say image of function f, this will be the set containing all the elements which are images of elements of set A. So here images are 1, 2 and 3. 4 is not the image of any element of set A. So it will not be included in range of function f. So codomain and range, they may be same or they may be different depending upon which elements of codomain are images of the elements of domain. So next we have equal functions. Two functions are equal when they have the same domain, they have the same codomain, and they map each element of their common domain to the same element in their common codomain. Now even if one of these conditions varies, then we cannot say that the two functions are equal. Let's say we have a function fx defined from set of integers to set of integers, and we have another function gx defined from set of integers to set of real numbers. These may be any functions. Now these two functions can never be equal because their domains are same, but their codomains are not same. Then thirdly, even if domains and codomains are same, let's say we have a function f, it maps an element 0 of one set to element 1 of the second set. Let's say f is a function from set of integers to set of integers. So it may be any function. So after applying that function, element 0 is mapped to element 1. And let's say element 1 is mapped to element 2 and so on. Here the function may be f of x is equal to x plus 1. Now let's say we have another function g, again from set of integers to set of integers, but it maps element 0 to, let's say, 2, element 1 to 3, element 2 to 4 and so on. G may be another function, any other function. Now see, domain of both these functions is set of integers. Codomain of both these functions is set of integers, but they do not map the elements to the same elements in both the cases. Here 0 is mapped to 1 and in G 0 is mapped to 2. So mappings are different. So these two functions will not be equal. Now for example, let f be a function defined from set of integers to set of integers defined by f of x is equal to x square. This means that function f assigns to each integer x the square of that integer. Now look at this representation. So we can say that domain of f is set of integers. Codomain of f is again set of integers. First set represents domain, second represents codomain. Range will include all those elements in codomain which are images of the elements of the domain. So range will be 0, which will be 0 square is equal to 0. So 0 will be an image of element 0. Then again 1, 1 square is 1. You can see here, if we say f of 0, it will be 0 square, which is 0. F of 1, it will be 1 square, which is 1, and so on. Then f of 2 will be 2 square, which is 4. F of 3 will be 9, and so on. Now a function is called real valued if its codomain is the set of real numbers, and a function is called integer valued if its codomain is the set of integers. So if codomain has real numbers, then this function f is known as real valued function. If codomain is the set of integers, then this function f is known as integer valued function. Now two real valued functions or two integer valued functions with the same domain can be added as well as multiplied. For example, let f1 and f2 be functions from set A to set R. Here R represents set of real numbers. Then f1 plus f2 and f1 f2, they are also functions from set A to set R defined for all x belongs to set A by f1 plus f2 of x is equal to f1 of x plus f2 of x, and f1 into f2 of x is equal to f1x into f2x. Now to find f1 plus f2 of x, we know that this will be equal to f1 of x plus f2 of x. f1 of x is x square plus f2 of x is x minus x square. So this becomes x. So f1 plus f2 of x is equal to x. Then f1 f2 of x, this will be equal to f1 of x into f2 of x, which is equal to x square into x minus x square, and this is equal to x cube minus x to the power 4. So f1 f2 x is equal to x cube minus x to the power 4. Now here see, domain of both f1 and f2 is same. Codomain of both these functions is the set of real numbers. So these are two real valued functions. So they can be added as well as multiplied. Next we have image of a subset. Let f be a function from A to B and let S be a subset of A. The image of S under the function f is the subset of B that consists of images of the elements of S. So the image of S is denoted by f of S, where f of S is equal to t such that there exists an element S belonging to subset S and t is equal to f of S. Let's see this with the help of a diagram. Now f is a function from A to B. This is set A, this is set B. Now let's say we are talking about a subset S of set A. Now image of this subset S, which is represented by f of S, this will include all the elements T such that there exists an element S. This is element S belonging to subset S, and T is equal to f of S. So when f is applied to this element S, it gives us an element T belonging to set B. So that means T is the image of element S under the function f. So the set of all such images of the elements of subset S will constitute the image of S. Now let's see this with an example. Set S contains elements B, C and D, and image of S will contain images of these elements of S. So f of B is equal to 1, f of C is equal to 4, and f of D is also equal to 1. So image of S represented by f of S will be the set of all these images. That means this is equal to 1, 4.